And as we shift gears into previewing match number 3, the United States women versus Serbia, the message that we just got in the chat that we're trying to confirm if this is true or not is that
Where are you guys seeing this shit?
Micha Hancock is replacing Lauren Carlini as the second setter on the U.S. women's team. Apparently,
you guys. Someone said they saw it on Volleyball World. I'm on their Instagram and I've been on their Twitter. And
I'm looking at the website. I'm looking at the roster on the website right now. Oh man, the website does in fact list Hancock as active and Carlini as the reserve.
Shit,
that is crazy.
Okay.
Wow, that is a drastic move. Well,
I like that.
I like it too. We needed a drastic move.
We were asking for a drastic move.
Wow.
You put out a clickbait ass title looking for a drastic move.
It worked well. It worked.
I will have you guys know that if ever in the history of Volleyball Source you've seen a clickbait title, it is always Mr. Rob St. Clair. It is always Mr. Rob.
Hey, it was your idea. It was just what my personal flavor of clickbait that got several thousand of you to watch last night. So that was pretty nice. That is a seriously drastic move, switching setters, and I don't think you make that move if you're not planning to use Micha Hancock.
No, I think you especially want her coming in off the bench. Like that 6-2 sub now becomes way more lethal if you have Hancock coming back in and you let her just uncork her to serve.
Well, that's exactly the thing. Is Karch going to allow her to spin serve? Because we haven't seen her jump serving at all since Tokyo, and she's one of the best servers on the planet. I mean, she set the Italian league record for aces a couple seasons ago, and then Karch just tells her every summer to stay down and float serve, which I completely don't understand. So, but maybe he saw what we saw, and he needs to change something drastically enough that you need to make a change like that and be more aggressive across the board. And if that's the case, I love it. We need to be more aggressive across the board.
And you need to be, I think the U.S. needs to be more aggressive across the board too in this matchup, because I think they need to be able to match the aggressive style that Serbia plays. And now I think that in both the cases for both of these teams, it's kind of best case, worst case scenario. That I think the matchups, if USA can play their all-consuming team style, system-based game to a T, where they're able to spread out the offense, shut down Boskovic with their block and defense game and keep on their pressure, I think the USA has a really good shot in this one. However, if they're not able to take care of those very specific details and only the way and execute only the way that they can,
off-speed defense in particular,
then they're not going to be able to pick up some of the junk that Boskovic provides, in the sense that she's just going to go out there and swing, and it doesn't really matter. And she's looking for those pegs off the block. She's looking to, go inside. She has such an array of shots that if they're not on it and dialed in with what they have to do and aggressive their own way to counter it, they're going to have a bad afternoon. But to me, this matchup between USA and Serbia is a 50-50 matchup. It could go either way, and I think it's going to dictate a lot for the other one throughout this. But also, too, U.S. is kind of coming into dire straits after losing that first one to China. They need a little bit of good momentum here.
Yeah,
and a win against Serbia would really mean a lot to their psyches.
Yeah, and even though we're going to get a free 3 points against France in our last game, it will be important for how this team feels about themselves to at least show up tomorrow. If maybe we lose another 5-setter, I wouldn't necessarily hate that depending on how it happened, but this team needs to show up for themselves to give them some belief that they can actually do damage in this tournament. Because if we lay down and die and get killed by Serbia tomorrow, even if we get to the quarterfinal, it's just going to be a participation trophy. And that's not what this team should be able to settle for.
No, absolutely not. So